broad sense. And the Alter Rebbe explains what does it mean that Yidden feed the Eibishter. Shahu al derech di yisib b'medrash, as it says in the Medrash, al pasik the Misich HaRayosi. As the Medrash explains, that Yidden are called the ones that support the Eibishter. Hein shayiru, I see that they support him b'shnei tmidim b'chol yom, with 2 sacrifices every day. And as it's known in Maimer Azal, Yisrael, the Mefarnes and Avim Shabashamayim, that Yidden support the Eibishter, which is a Maimer Azal in Zeyar, before all the different sects were born. In the same sense, when it comes to Parnasa, what does Parnasa mean? That a person supports himself and a person feeds himself, so he accomplishes an attachment from the Neshama and the Guf. The same thing is with Parnasa L'mayla in the higher heaven. The same thing is also Parnasa L'mayla, that this is in the same way that Parnasa here in this physical world livelihood connects the body and the soul, that a person remains alive and living in his body. In the same sense, also L'mayla, this means that it draws down the infinite light in the attributes.
How does that happen?
That when Yidden are doing Torah mitzvahs, they are bringing down, they're taking a likus, they're drawing down likus from a higher level through different spheres. A Yid is learning Torah, he brings down the infinite light in Chochmah. He's doing mitzvahs, he brings it down, the Malchus. He brings it down through the different attributes that relate and reflect these the higher infinite lights.
So you were meaning that if he works for a living and he has food, he has money food,
when he works, so this is in
salt his body.
So the same way also when we do mitzvahs, when we're talking about a spiritual sense. A person is doing mitzvahs, he is connecting godliness with the world. He is bringing the neshama, which is the Eibishter of the Eibishter, who is the neshama of world. He's bringing him down into the world. Maha neshama malas haguf kacha kodesh baruch malas ha'elam. The same way the neshama fills the guf. So the accomplished connecting them together is through parnasa, through eating and drinking and garments, maintaining the body. In the same sense, also when it comes to the L'mayla, spiritual sense, it is through bringing down godliness to the world, inviting the Eibush into the world through Torah, through mitzvahs, through all the different various mitzvahs. This is connecting them together.
Does it have anything to do with the physical sense of
what a person is doing here?
Like in Kemach and Torah, stuff like that.
Actually, we could say, if we really want to look at it, we could say he's doing it in this physical world, which this physical world itself has a direct connection. Yesh HaNivra, this physical entity, has a direct connection with the infinite entity, with his essence. More connected than the spiritual worlds have to him. And that's why we say that the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, in the 36th chapter, that when it comes to making a dwelling place for the Eibishter, it says we're going to speak about the spiritual worlds. They're considered a descent. Why? Because they are revelation. A revelation is already not essence. A revelation is a descent and a revelation of the essence. Comes to this world, there's something new here, something spectacular. There's a new Gashmis, there's a Gashmis that was created here. Since there's a Gashmis that's created here, so therefore this is where there's a Chidush. And this is where he wants a dwelling place. So therefore, in a sense, the Yesh HaNivra is connected with Yesh HaMiti. After the Yesh of this physical world is connected with the true Yesh being. And it says Bechlal that the Yesh HaNivra, the way he walks around independent, this in its fullest motion expresses the Eibishter. Al derech, like the Yesh HaNivra walks around like he is independent. He's not connected to the source of his creation, like the fish in the water, for example. And Mamela, it shows like he is one and only. This in itself reflects Yesh HaMiti. Move on. That this inyan, that the Eibishter's parnasa of Ata Kodesh is based on the praises of Yidden, who shall al yedei tehilas Yisrael nasa amshocha seiron sof basviras. Through Tehillas Yisrael is accomplished a drawing down the infinite light into the attributes. Val Yodam, through them, Bashposh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Mashpil Yisrael Yedei HaSfiras. And through them in the Ashposh that the Eibishter is Mashpia to Yidden through the Sfiras. Ubefrat Be'esam HaShposh, Yisrael Mahalal Meisei Yisbarech, especially in the Hashposh, which Yidden praise the Eibishter, if it's, they have children, or livelihood, or health. So these are inyanim which they receive their brachas. The Ashposh, K'meishem Mitzadas Mulafnei Aveda D'Tfilas Yisrael, the Ashposh that come before, the Ashposh that come on their own, Nimshach Esal Yidei Asfira Shem Bein Arech L'Gabe Ein Sof. So then there is a revelation that comes through the channels of the attributes, but not a direct revelation from his essence. Which means, and we shouldn't forget, I mean, there's a thing, B'shas, we say L'mashal in Shemoneh Esrei. We say the Shemoneh Esrei, we ask for different requests. And then it says in the Kabbalah Sidurim, you have that every name, I think even in the Siddur, Tfilas Mikol Hashana, every name of Hashem's name in every bracha is a different vowel. You have a komet, you have a segel, you have a chelam, different vowels. So Chassidus explains that they refer to different spheres. And as the Tzemach Tzedek explains in Derech Mitzvosecha, Sheresh Mitzvos HaTfilah, that every bracha has a shaychus, every request has a connection, relates to a specific attribute. So we shouldn't think that everything is coming from them. It's coming through them, it's channeled through them, but it's not coming from them, it's coming from his essence. So what's the difference? If we're getting anyway from essence, the difference is that it's coming through the channel of the spheres. And therefore, it's al derech, like we would say the difference between the two levels of neshamas. There are neshamas that are called atzilus, and there are neshamas that are called biyah. Neshamas of atzilus are neshamas that as they are in atzilus, they come down in this physical world. Which means that the same genuine quality that they have in atzilus, they come down this world without any change, without any descent. Descent was only the physical descent from atzilus into this physical world. Neshamas, on the other hand, of Elam Habriya Yitzir Asiya, these are neshamas that while they descend, they become acclimated to every world separately, and they adapt different features from that world, which are lower than Atzilus. And therefore, that neshama is already somewhat different quality than the pure Atzilus. And the same thing is also here. Then when we say, for example, something comes through the spheres, and the Rebbe stresses from the spheres that are not within the range, so then this means there's a certain chain of the creation. Since there's a chain, there's limitation. Since it's a revelation, every gilui is already a limitation. And especially when it limits itself more and more as it comes down the world. Then there's a level that comes directly from Atzmos. It's similar to the neshamas that come down from Atzilus into Asiyah. So this is what the Rebbe is saying. The hashpoas k'meishem mitzad atzmam nesham. The hashpoas, as they come mitzad atzmam lefnei aveda d'tilas Yisrael, come down through the spheres shem bein arech l'gabei ein sof. Come down through the spheres that are not within the range of infinite revelation. When Yidden praise the Eibishter, that Shas, we praise the Eibishter, so then we relate to the Eibishter as he is higher than all the channels, so therefore we comes down a revelation of his essence alone.
When is the regular Ashpoah coming?
When?
Before the mitzvah. When?
Before the mitzvah, so what says before the regular Ashpoah is that there is Ashpoah. There is Ashpoah that comes down every day. Mitzad Briyas Ha'elam, Mitzad Chayis Ha'elam. There is, for example, you would say the difference that Chassidus explains. There's a Yichud Zun and there's Yichud Avoh. There's a Yichud Zun, which means Zivgayu Todir. There's a constant connection between the two groups of attributes, Zo and Malchus. And that is called a Chayus Tmidi that comes down however way a person acts. Then there is something which is called, through Mesiras Nefesh, in this example, is the Yichud of Chachma Bina together. Chachma Bina, because it is a chidush, so therefore it needs to come down through an unusual Aveda.